What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, everybody. It's your boys here at Cushion Kicks. It's your boy Q.
And it's your boy MJ. I know I've been gone a couple weeks, but I'm back here in the studio working on Cushion Kicks, man. We're back. We got another episode. We took a field trip on Friday that we're going to dive into a little bit later here. But go ahead.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our wonderful sponsors. So quick shout out to a couple of them. Bad Mom's Customs. We really appreciate all the time and effort that she puts into her artwork that she then gives to us. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to help build her up too. So if you guys need any custom artwork done, any canvases, t-shirts, decals, anything like that, just definitely make sure you guys hit her up. Bad Mom's Customs.
Yes, sir. And then shout out to CEP. Those guys had an event that got canceled because of the weather, but those guys always throw great events. Juicy J last year, and hopefully plenty more this year because I'm excited. It's about that time in Michigan, shorts weather, and they always got the events. So shout out to that sponsor.
Absolutely, absolutely. This week in the sneaker world.
But you're not gonna give the guys a shout out that's in here.
You got too
I
was just looking at the shoe and I got way too
We'll get
overzealous.
introduced here one of these days.
Yes,
We'll get
absolutely.
introduced here
So let's go ahead and give a proper introduction to the RKive squad that we have right here. So we'll start all the way over here on my left.
What's up? My name's Kevin. I run Solventless Room and a lot of day-to-day in the lab.
I'm Brian. I do sales. I'm also a brand ambassador, so any events or anything, you'll see me there repping RKive. I also do wholesale for the company. Pretty much every store in the state that's not Oswell, our retail store, I probably have talked to or got some product in their hands at one point in time.
Hustling.
On the grind, man. On the road
Street
grinding,
team.
man.
Yeah.
And then the guy over here.
What's up? I'm Mitch. I'm one of the owners of RKive, and I'm also the director of processing.
Two big titles.
Couple titles. Yeah.
titles. And you've been on the show before.
I have. It's my second time. So
New location.
happy to be back. New studio, super nice. So
The studio is really nice.
Yeah, appreciate
With the
that.
Marty McFly back there. It's just fire, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a shout out to Ben Street, one of the artists that give us artwork as well. All of these art pieces are able for purchase. All you guys got to do is just hit us up. We'll let you guys know the price, and then Ben will be happy to sell you a piece of.
I don't know. I know my man Ben's probably tuning in today, but I don't know. That's one of my favorite arts pieces. Has been with us for a long time. I don't know if she can go from the studio. So, but if you're interested, I bet you Ben will listen to any number right now. So
Absolutely.
I'm definitely shout out to Ben for that.
Well, now it's time for the sneaker talk.
Yeah.
So we had a drop in the middle of the week. The Kraft Jordan 5s. I mean, beautiful shoe. I mean, it's one of those things. It's kind of subtle, you know what I mean? You were the one that brought it up earlier about the whole trend of the crafts right now. We had the Kraft 4s, and we had the Kraft 1s, and now we have the Kraft 5s. You know, it's been not well received.
Yeah.
I mean, in all of the silhouettes. I mean, Jordan 4s are one of those shoes that you get, and Jordan 4s hold their value or they go up substantially. You know what I mean? Because it's one of those iconic silhouettes. And the Kraft Jordan 4s didn't do that. You know what I mean? It kind of shocked everybody. So there was no surprise when it came to the Jordan 5s that they kind of sat around for a second. They didn't go straight to selling out, kind of straight to cart option when you were trying to get these on Wednesday. Last week.
Which is not a normal thing for Jordans. For anybody that follows sneakers out there, you don't usually catch a Jordan 5 dropping on a Wednesday.
No.
We were talking about it earlier, and Brian, what'd you say?
Man, if it's not on Friday, man, these people aren't getting paid, man, and the shoes aren't getting bought. That's pretty much what it is.
Facts.
I mean, that's definitely what it is. But I love the nice little hint of yellow of orange on the tongue right here with these laces that have the dual colors. I thought that was a nice little touch. So there are 3 different textural materials in this shoe, which I think kind of add to the whole craft aspect of the shoe. You know, it's kind of something that you put together, you know. It's something that's people have unfortunately referred to it as like Frankensteinish.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, you look at it in cinematic history, Frankenstein was one of the greatest movies ever created.
Goofy for that.
I mean, I'm being serious though. Like,
I don't know if the Jordan Kraft 5s are gonna fall into
no,
that.
they're not going to. But I think eventually they are going to hit the mark with the craft, and I think it's going to be a beautiful shoe. this one right here, it was okay.
Okay.
It was okay.
How do you guys feel about it?
I mean, Jordan 5s are always nice and sleek. I don't really like the colorway. There's not too much color to it. I mean, I feel like with these shoes, I mean, the orange there kind of, gives it a little splash of color. A lot of people, they usually buy their outfits before they buy their J's.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess with the colorway, you could kind of match it with everything, but I could see why it didn't sell out. I mean, there probably wasn't too much hype behind it.
No.
No?
For
Okay.
being on the Wednesday as well. So would you cop it? Would you drop it?
If I had other options, I probably would drop it.
Okay.
If
And
it was something to where I went to a store and this was the only pair of retros and everything else was, I probably would look at it.
you would blow, what is it, Q220?
I think it was 210 plus tax.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate it, Brian, since you started it off?
Honestly, probably like a 6.5, 7. I mean, I feel like there could be a little bit more color added to it. The 5s themselves, they definitely hold their value. But like I'm a fan of I don't know if you guys remember, what is it, the Concord 5s? Something like that.
The Oreo 5s?
Yeah, the Oreo 5s, something with a little bit more color to it. But again, I mean, I'd buy them if it was the only option I had to buy, but I definitely wouldn't,
Not gonna seek this.
I'd
shoe
look
out.
at them at the shelf, and if they were surrounded by other, some other heat, I'd probably be like, okay, well, let me go see what
Right.
But
That's kind of how I feel too. Like, there's not too much that like draws you to it. Like, if you put it next to another shoe, probably even in the same collection, you're gonna see a lot more of those different elements versus like the same off-white on off-white. Like,
Right.
some of those subtle things are gonna kind of. But also, that's kind of what I like about it too. Like, it's all these different materials that are still that same color, and like
the craftsmanship is nice. I feel like it, unless you're a fan of
the more I
brand,
look at it, definitely the more I like it.
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
I mean, holding the shoes.
So would you cop the shoe?
I ultimately probably not. I usually, if it's not black, it's kind of hard for me to buy it.
Okay, what would you rate the shoe?
Probably like a 6.5. But like I said, when I actually hold it and look at it, there's definitely a lot of features in it that
I feel
you need
like
to kind of hold it to
they
see.
missed the opportunity. They could have done some tearaway something right here with this kind of texture. You know what I mean?
Maybe. I see it.
I feel like the only way.
It's like an Alcantara almost.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? That's kind of the vibe I get.
Like
But like a
suede.
dirty Alcantara, like one that's been gripped on the steering wheel. But I kind of fuck with it. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it. Because I do like the accents. Like, I'm the type to get something that's kind of plain Jane and then have like a couple pops. Yeah, that's kind of my vibe. So, I don't know. I'm torn. I like the laces. I think that's kind of
Copping
fire.
or dropping?
I don't know if it's enough to cop it.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Damn.
What would you rate it?
I'm more towards like a 7.5 on these.
All right.
Okay, so you could see yourself maybe buying them.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the price tag on them?
They were 210.
Okay.
210 plus tax.
Let me ask you
Not
this:
crazy.
If those weren't retros, if those were just like a Flight 1 or something, like the cheaper Jordan, would you even consider it
So
with that colorway and whatnot?
So I don't think I have any non-retro Jordans in my collection.
Okay.
And
You got
no,
Dunks.
that's not
You
true.
have
Well,
Dunks.
yeah, I'm talking about Jordans.
What
though.
about Dub Zeros?
I do have a couple pairs of non-retro Jordans. I take that back.
There you go. See?
the basketball for one, and like working out and shit.
Okay.
And then I have the Jordan 270s, the Son of Mars.
Would you buy a non-retro shoe with that colorway? With what
Me
you have. With
personally?
what you have, yeah.
Me personally, probably if it was on a different shoe, maybe not so many different textures. I love the color orange on a shoe.
Okay.
I love the color orange on a shoe.
So are you copping or dropping?
I would cop. I'd probably cop.
Okay.
I'd cop.
And
I'm
what
gonna
are you
rate
giving
this
it?
shoe probably a 7 as well. And the only reason why I got a 7, it would have been a 6. The only reason why I got a 7 is because of the orange accents.
Okay.
There it
Yeah,
is.
especially if you're gonna do an accent color, like orange is nice.
Yeah.
Um,
like
what I've noticed
splashy
with the
color.
crafts is that they always do this special material, which I don't think you'll be able to see from the camera, but it's like dirty steering wheel, what you were talking
Yeah,
about.
rough
You know?
suede
It's,
almost,
it's
yeah.
really bad. But craft, somebody at the Jordan facility has been behind putting that material on all the shoes that have the word craft in it, which I think is super cool. I
Yeah.
think it's pulling it away for certain different colorways because they do come in different colorways like this. The Forest came in that blue color that is not really a blue, but it's not a gray. It's like that in between color. So they're definitely reaching out to the younger kids because this is something that the younger kids are looking for. Is that neutral color that can rock with anything.
Had, like,
Did they
That's a good
5
point,
colors on
too,
it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they were all neutral colors. Like there was that deep green,
Yep.
that maroon, the brown, the beige. You know what I'm saying?
So taking the OG colorways and then kind of changing them as a whole, I see them doing with dropping the crafts. I actually like the shoe. I like the craftsmanship to it. But overall, I don't think I would buy it, and it's lower on the spectrum for me because it's a Jordan 5. The bubble looks really, really bad on these, and the tongue doesn't do enough for me. The 5, they definitely could have done something different with the strap tag. That's what I'll call it.
Put the orange inside the lace.
Do people even rock with the shoes with those on them? Or
Yeah,
do they-
always.
they
Oh
do?
yeah, oh yeah. You once you get them on, you'll push them out, and
Push
then
them,
you'll
I was
get
gonna
it
say they usually sit
to
a
the
little
perfect
more
length,
closer
but
to the front of the shoe.
so many opportunities to give more of that orange pop on the shoe as a whole, and they missed the mark on it. So I would have to give it like a 5 because there's so much potential when you put the word craft in it,
Right.
because they're trying to differentiate with the craft, that they could do a little bit more with the craftsmanship and the detail, the unique detail that comes with these. So it's a pass.
Absolutely. But so I'm gonna go back onto that. These shoes right here are one of those things, especially with Jordan 5, that are interchangeable. That you can take the doggle off of a pair that has nice accents on it, you know what I'm saying, nice laces, and you can really make this shoe whatever you want, you know what I mean. That's the best part, and that's the joys of sneakers that we get to see when we get collabs, you know what I mean. That brings us into our next shoe that we're going to talk about.
Yes, sir. Which is definitely somebody that has done a lot of collabs. Rest in peace, Virgil.
Absolutely.
But they're still on the shelves, and people can still buy Virgil shoes.
And there's still more to come. There's been rumored that he had like a year and a half worth of products already designed, and that his wife is expected to release. And this was one of them. So this is the Air Force One Mid. Pine green colorway. They did have 2 other colorways that dropped last year, but they did the same spikes on it. They just added the canary yellow embroidery right there. That's the logo for the canary yellow gallery, and then they put the off-white logo, the OG one, on the back of this one. It comes with the same great accents that we've all come to know and love about Off-White, with the extra laces, with the stitched swoosh, with the accent colors all over it. But unfortunately, it's an Air Force One Mid.
It is an Air Force One Mid, which is definitely when we talk about Air Force One as a whole is known for its history. I don't know if the mids are, but how do you guys feel about them? Let's hear the people that are on the live talk about them. How do you guys feel about them?
I mean, it's definitely a unique shoe. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely a unique shoe, especially it being based off an Air Force One. I definitely don't like the mid. I've never been an Air Force One mid guy. It's always been lows for me. I've even rocked the highs before I rocked the mids.
Yep.
If you guys have seen the Air Force
Yep.
One highs, like the Rasheed Wallaces and whatnot, something like
I had
that.
the Dodger Boys.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, those are definitely fire. But I mean, I definitely rate the shoe like an 8 out of 10 though, just for the actual design itself. I'd have to wear them. I don't know. I feel like you putting them on, they might be a different
With the
experience.
spikes?
Yeah, with the spikes,
Dog,
and
I
then
feel like you can't even wear them. Like those are the nipples on some fresh tires.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that shit's gone.
The
man.
Lamborghinis, you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
all the traction.
I fuck with those spikes though. That's my favorite part.
No,
of them.
I just would wonder how it would feel with that extra kind of block on the side.
So
how would
I
that
have
feel when
I have
you
a pair
wear
of
that?
Air or Vapor Street Off Whites that have the same spikes on the bottom, and I was one of those people too. Like when they dropped the last 2 colorways, I was like, I don't know about the spikes.
Picking up your feet when you're
and
walking.
like they don't make any difference.
No.
They don't make any difference. It's like more cushion. It's more cushion. Like honestly, it's
They hold
crazy.
up pretty good.
No.
No, it's gone. Yeah.
No, yeah, once
One
it's-
wrong step in there, it's
it's
shaved right
Wear it at a
off.
picnic, and that's it.
It's gone. It's
So
gone.
what are you rating them?
8 out of 10.
Okay.
I mean, I do like the design. They definitely are unique. I like the colorway, the green and white. Just because I've got plenty of outfits that I can throw on to.
Oh, you're a Sparty fan. I can just tell.
I mean,
how you're talking about
honestly, well, my girlfriend goes to MSU, so I definitely have to rock the Sparties here anytime I
Okay.
get a chance. But for me, yeah, I'd cop those.
Okay,
I'd cop those.
bet.
I don't think I'd wear them though.
I'd cop in a different color.
Cop in a different color. They did drop 2 different colors,
black
black
one
and
and a
white.
white one.
I'd cop them in black.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And the black
For sure,
pair
for sure.
and the white pair come with little extra accents. It's like a pink, a blue, and a white, like kind of
Oh yeah.
spikes on the bottom.
I think those would have been fire if they were low tops.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. If they were low
Yeah,
tops,
the format's wrong.
Yeah,
but
I think those would've
the
been fire
aesthetic
if
is
if
they
nice.
those were low tops, they would have broke the internet.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
That's what I was
With the
thinking
Air
about
Force
that.
One, yeah, I guess. With the
That-
spikes on
that
them?
mid just makes it look like too cleaty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
Oh,
does.
no.
I mean, that does look like
Feels like you're
it's
going hiking. I got a
yeah.
pair of those old Nike Lunar boots with, with the stars in the front.
Yeah.
It kind of gives me a reminder of those, but like the stars are like flipped on the bottom with the extra traction rather than being on the toe.
Sheesh. Okay, Mitch. Wait, what's your review?
I don't know. Like I said, I fuck with the aesthetic, but I don't care for the format, man. Like the mids are just not it, especially for these. I don't think.
No mids, right? That's what
No
your hat
mids,
says.
man.
That's
Not
what
all.
it says. That's what your hat says.
So, what are you giving on a scale of 1 to 10?
I want to give it an 8, but
Ooh, that's high as hell.
I can't.
I like the uniqueness of the shoe, man. It's, the 8 kind of.
If it was a low, I'd give it a.
I feel like that'd be cool if it was like in a display case. Like I said, I'd copy
Yeah,
it
you
and just
can't
like
wear
and
it,
just
yeah.
like put it in a display case, and they'd be like, "Those are fire." Like, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Virgil.
Okay, so you said you want to give it an 8, but you didn't. So, what is your. What
That's
is
7.
7?
Yeah, just because I can't picture myself wearing them.
So
in
you're
that
not
format.
copying them?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Because they're sitting at right now around like 185.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
not
right
bad.
around there.
That's not bad
185.
for-
Which
The price is not bad.
no, and it's an off-white, which usually off-whites do not go for that low, ladies and gentlemen. But as you can see, with just our whole economy is low. Sneakers are also low, and this is a chance to grab a piece of history because once this goes out, I don't know after Virgil's run is done if they will drop any more. I don't know if his wife will want to keep going on with the Virgil project with Nike or she'll just call it a quits and what we had in the vault is what we had. So if you're looking to grab some kind of history like you were talking about putting them up in the vault, this is a perfect shoe to grab. And shout out to our boys at Bill Play right here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. They have these right on the shelf. These are 11 and a half. So if you're looking for them, go ahead and spin in there
Those
and
would
check
have been
them
hot
out.
at that golf event.
There you go.
Maybe.
Like there's.
I feel like your foot would have sweat a lot.
I feel like you can pitch them that way. Yeah, you can definitely. See
I'm so sorry. I didn't even ask you. Would you cop them?
Me?
Would you cop them? Dropping them?
I'm
What's
dropping 'em.
your point? Where they at?
I'm dropping them. I'm probably gonna give them about a 6.
Yeah, that's where I was looking at them too.
6.
It's a drop and it's like a 5 again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a sneakerhead, so I have off whites in my collection. You know what I'm saying? And there's just so many other better off whites out there.
What that costs a lot more. This is
Yeah,
a
you
price
should've-
friendly.
yeah, you
This
should've-
is a
you
price
should've already
friendly.
been gotten
off-white.
What are the price of a traditional Air Force One mid right now?
Oh,
You know,
$80.
Yeah,
Not
it's
that-
they're
Yeah.
pretty cheap. Yeah. You can get a pair of Air
They
Force
dropped a little
Ones
bit because I remember
low
the lows used to be 90 to 100.
I mean, you talking about retail or on the aftermarket?
on the aftermarket.
On the
I guess you
aftermarket, you could get crackheads for like.
Don't call them
80.
that. Don't call them
I mean, that's what they call them, the all white forces.
Yeah,
like, you know
no.
what I'm saying? Like,
what are the all black ones are called the what?
no, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't buy all black forces.
say. That's fight time. That's fight time right
You
there.
Yeah,
don't buy all
exactly.
black forces.
Listen,
we all know
They're,
that.
they're pretty cheap
Oh my
though.
God.
They're
yeah,
pretty
that's,
cheap.
that's what you put on when you about to do some work.
Yeah,
So-
ski mask activities.
But in a different news, sneaker news has been going crazy. Twitter has been in a frenzy, upside down. It has been confirmed, folks. We are gonna get more Yeezys.
Yes.
Yeezy.
Yes.
So today we are going to talk about these Desert Sage Yeezys. One of the more notable releases from Kanye and Adidas. It was a collab, folks. We're still on the collab train. And we know he's done some stuff. They had some
Bad
history.
person.
You know
He's
what
a
I'm
bad
saying?
person.
They went through all that bullshit. At the end of the day, Adidas is losing $400 million. Let's talk, people. Money
Business.
talks. You know what I'm
Business.
saying?
Yeah, it's
They
business.
have inventory. They have stock that they've been sitting on, and they need to make the most of it. So what they've done is they've teamed up with a couple of charities, the George Floyd Foundation being one of those. And then, of course, Kanye gonna get his little cut. And then Adidas is going to take that and try to make up the revenue. Look forward to it on May 31st. Make sure you are tuned in to the Confirmed app. Make sure you go on there, press the little follow notifications because they are going to drop a shit ton. They are going to drop some shit.
They're gonna unload.
I've seen like 4 foam runners, 2 slides, like 4 350s, a 450. You know what I'm saying?
There's gonna be a lot of colors that drop.
Hey, I'm telling you, sneaker Twitter be popping. Shout out to my boy Just Feets on Twitter because he be having all the exclusive news. He put me on game. I swear to God, I love that dude.
Yes, sir. Kevin, how you feel about him? You got a pair on right now, so I wanted to see how you.
On that earlier note of more things coming out, I would probably hold off just to see what those more things are.
Okay.
So I do like that color palette a lot. I mean, like I like the sage. That's kind of unique. You don't see too much of that. That's kind of like, you know, the whole Yeezy shit. You see the, you know, new things on that, but I'd still pass out of waiting to see what's coming next.
Okay. So they're not gonna be an extended release, folks. They are gonna dump this shit onto you. So make sure you have your shit ready because it's gonna be a whirlwind.
So what do you rate this shoe on a scale of 1 to 10?
I rate it like, you know, like a 6.5, 7, but just not like my style.
Okay.
You know?
Not
I'm not knocking them. I fuck with them, but like, you know, like that's someone's shoe though.
Yeah,
for sure.
Not just for you though.
Yeah, not for me though.
Got you,
Brian.
Brian.
I'll give it a 7.5. 7.5. I like the colorway. I like the olive jade look to it. I mean, the orange kind of sets it off a little bit. Like Kevin said, it's definitely somebody's shoe. It's definitely you know a unique style and a unique colorway for a certain consumer. Mm-hmm. I'd probably pass though, just because again, I mean, there's certain colorways that I see and I'm just like, I need those. I mean, you know, just the color combination alone just pops into my eyes. So I'd probably pass on those too. 7.5 though.
You had your hand up, so go ahead.
Yeah, when he said that shoe is for somebody, that shoe is for somebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, like I said, I fuck with it. There's an outfit for it too.
That's definitely for me. I would give that shoe probably like an 8. Just because for one, I know how comfortable they are.
Right.
I like the uniqueness of it. You know what I mean? You see a lot of Yeezys that run the same colorway. You know what I'm saying? Like that brown, that beige, that light tan. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I like how it's a little bit different. Would I go out and purchase the shoe? Probably not right now.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I mean, because of the drop?
No, just because of the insecurity of the Yeezy market right now. So people are charging a lot more for than what they should be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because they don't know. None of us know what's to come.
The Yeezy bubble's about to burst is what you're
saying.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I think will be a perfect opportunity, like, to pick up any colorways that you like. Because, folks, if you have not tried a pair on, I'm trying to...
They're comfortable.
Walking on clouds, man. Walking on clouds.
All right, Mitch, come on. Tell the people how you feel about this shoe.
I fuck with that shoe.
Okay.
For sure. Like, once again, it's just like, you know, when we were talking about that shoe, I love that pop of color. Just fuck with it in general. It's just a good aesthetic. And literally, like you said, like when these guys were talking about it's for somebody, I'm like, that's somebody's. Right?
Sitting over there holding it down like, I want to.
I think I'd like it more without the orange. I hate to say it.
Okay.
I think that's what pops it off.
What would you swap it out for color-wise?
Have they? They haven't
that
talked
sage
about
maybe
specifically what
add
colorways
to it.
they're dropping.
They have. So if you go on the confirmed app, there is a picture of all of the colorways that they will be dropping.
Nice. Anything stick
They
out?
will be redropping the zebra
350s. Okay.
Those are fire.
Yeah, that's something.
Ain't nothing better than a clean pair of 350s. They get so dirty. The zebras get so dirty. They look gray after a while.
That's something you gotta clean after you wear.
You know what I'm saying? But them bad boys are.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I got like
so
literal
crazy.
hash stains on mine right now. Took them to the rainforest.
So what are you rating this shoe then?
A high 8. Honestly.
A high 8?
Yeah,
so almost 9?
I love that shoe.
And you're confident.
I love that
And
shit.
you're
I'm
confident.
confident, for sure.
That's on the count. What about you?
I got the watch band that matches and everything.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
That's what I mean. Like,
You already
you got
got
the whole
shit in
fit
his
for
mind.
it. You're ready to
You're
go.
putting the outfit together in your head as you're looking at it.
Fuck
Yeah.
with them.
I fuck with the shoe as a whole. I think the color is very unique to Kanye as a whole and Adidas as a whole. The orange is a little confusing to me because they did a little patch of the clear back here, so I don't know why you want to just transport that to the inside of it, or even better, I think if they put the orange on the back, it would have been way sicker. Like
more
people would-
synchronicity, like
yeah. So
cohesion,
Kind of
with it.
flows a little bit more.
it feels like they've taken parts of Yeezys and builded these shoes, and that's what I kind of am worried about this drop, where they're just trying to dump it on you. Is that it's a lot of parts that they've gone back through and put back together, and they're going to give them back to the consumer for like a price cut. I don't think they're going to be as high as everybody
So,
thinks they're going to.
What's
be.
the price?
So-
Oh,
They
no, talk
are-
about price.
No, they are gonna be $230.
Okay.
Okay.
Just like normal.
Okay.
And these are all, no new shoe has been made. So that's the thing. This is all stock
Old stock,
that they've
yeah.
had that was supposed to release since the incident.
Okay, and so then my second thing is like, what the hell were they holding all them pairs for then?
Because they didn't want to be associated with Kanye. They thought they were going to be able to weather the storm.
yeah, but they.
$400 million later.
You're saying that they're like not desirable colorways.
But no, the zebras are. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying. If
okay.
Are they I'm very confused.
You're
on,
skeptical about
Yeah,
it.
why the
Yeah,
zebras didn't just sell out because they haven't been resold in years.
No, so this was going to be a scheduled restock or something like that that they had.
So they had already planned these, and these are pipeline shoes that they had
For
already
sure.
been coming out in the
Exactly.
future that they are just going to unload so they can cut ties with him. Gotcha. Okay,
Ding, ding, ding.
I just wanted to make sure that
Make
as
sure
a
everyone's on
consumer
the same
they
page.
understood because I know
Absolutely.
there's people sitting at home
that
like,
a lot of
"What?"
people don't buy Adidas unless they got the Yeezy brand attached
Right.
to it.
Yeah, I mean,
400 million.
400
will
million
definitely-
prove that
will
shit.
Definitely prove that shit.
I'm wearing Yeezys. I'd buy them 10 times faster if they had that Adidas on them. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn.
But after all that, I'm not gonna get too into that. But
Okay.
you know, like after all that shit,
You would buy some rebranded
once
Yeezys,
I can't wait to
essentially.
see what comes after the phase
Based
out.
on the model and whatnot, they can kind of.
He's saying I can't wait to see what happens after Kanye's out.
Yeah, I mean, and
Like, yeah, how,
this would
how
it
is
wouldn't be
Adidas
where it
gonna
is
cope in
without
the
him.
future?
Like you know, like
Oh, yeah, they
he's
definitely
an
elevated
artist,
the
but like
Adidas
at the
brand.
end of the day, like
He's a
you know,
bad.
they're gonna lose a piece of them also to it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But you know who's not bad people? The folks over at Blazed Gummies. If you guys ever find yourself in a dispensary and you see some Blazed Gummies, they are great for microdosing. They are great for the experienced user as well. So they have low dose and they have high dose. You know, the extra strength 200 milligram definitely coming in handy. And plus the profit of it goes back to your bud tender. You know, they get $1 for every pack they sell, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is dope.
Tip your butt tenders.
Tip your butt tenders.
That's words from Brian. And
They
then
work hard.
shout out to our boy CT Visual. If you need some content created, he is the man that you want to hit up right here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. He's done a lot of stuff here at Cushion Kicks. He was with us on Friday when we got to do the tour, and we got some great content.
Cool cat.
Yeah, super cool,
sure.
right? And so make sure you go over to his page, give him a follow. I know that he was doing something. He's doing like a free photo shoot for somebody. Don't mark my words on that, but make sure you go over to CT Visuals page and check him out. We got a lot of content together.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
appreciate you, brother.
But
But
now we're on to the
now we're on to the good parts, man. Yeah, we get
can
to.
fire-
We've already maxed the
look,
time
look.
out. We got the time
The sign
going.
is my best friend.
Yeah. Q, what you got for the people?
So this is some, I believe, Starry Pebbles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is gonna be an indica dominant strand from Jay's. This is a wonderful pack that it has 10 pre-rolls in it. You know what I'm saying? For a very reasonable price.
Are these .7s?
They are 0.7, so
0.7s,
you
okay.
get 7 grams inside of here, so you're buying a quarter. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty legit, and it's all ready to go. Just like your mom and dad used to buy back in the day from the store, like cigarette
Some
packs.
cigarette packs,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
The old Winstons.
so when we review these guys, we're gonna go off of the package. We're gonna go off the taste, the high. You know what I'm saying? It's been kind of a second since any of us smoked anything now, so we just gotta let that sink in.
How do you guys feel about the packaging? How do you feel about marketing it as little 10 pre-rolls?
I mean, a couple years ago, I would have called it COVID joints. That's the easiest sell on them.
Yeah.
You know, if you're at a party or whatnot, or you're at a gathering and you don't want to be passing around and whatnot. That's the back when I was in retail, that'd be my sell.
Okay.
For those is social joints, but the packaging's it's pretty basic.
Use a better seal.
Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of pops open super easy, but I could see how those would move really well though.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the mass market, I mean, people eat these up, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Not only that, but like the convenience level of them, right? So you're driving down the road, you don't have time for a whole doobie. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You just got to pack in the
This
glove
little
compartment or
0.7
whatever.
right here gonna get you right. It's gonna be out the window before you know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Call it a little dog walker. Take your dog
Exactly.
out, as soon as it gets done shitting and pissing, and sniffing around a little
Yeah,
bit.
you gotta
this
take a
thing
little
is gone.
journey down the road,
This
yeah.
thing is gone.
Burns not bad.
Doesn't burn bad at
No,
all.
not at all. And
not too
Sometimes,
packed.
sometimes you have to massage the joint a
That's
little
what I
bit
was
from
just
bottom to
thinking about.
top to kind of get that airflow, but no, it's smoking.
And not only that, but you're getting a nice little ring around it.
Yeah, a
you
little
know?
oil ring going on for sure.
Ash isn't black like some pre-rolls you would smoke on.
Exactly. So I mean, now it's time for the rating, guys. Like, what y'all thinking?
Yeah, throw one in there.
Throw one in the little
Throw
pack?
one in the air package. I mean, we got a little bit more.
gotta try it,
You
you know what I'm
gotta
saying?
try it. And we gotta get the staff to try it
Yeah.
out too.
I got a straight shot.
You got a straight shot. All right, there you go. They're
Look
gonna
at
open
that.
up.
Look at that.
Did
No,
they open
it was
up?
perfect.
That was
Okay,
nothing but
closed
net
up.
too. Yeah,
That was smooth.
That was
That was
perfect.
wet.
So
These are wonderful.
yeah, there is obviously a market for this though. Like
Oh, yeah.
they hit it on the head with having to.
You'll see customers come in, especially on the weekends, like, oh, we're going to the lake, or we're just
yeah,
grabbing
yeah.
pre rolls, and we need
These are
this,
going
this,
straight
and
on
this.
the boat, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not that market
Straight
though.
on There is a market.
Yeah, there's a market
There is a
for it, it's
market.
just
Yes,
not me,
there's
for
definitely
sure.
a market, more
Okay.
mass market.
What
for
about
sure.
the flower itself inside of here? What are you giving? What are you thinking of that?
For what it is, like it's okay, but
You want to put it out right now.
yeah, I'm just kind of chilling on it. I haven't hit it in a minute.
Okay, I mean that's your honest
We
opinion.
smoke a little
Yeah,
different.
for sure.
We smoke
Yeah.
a little different
Yeah.
at RKive. So,
So what do you think of it?
I mean, it's a 0.7 pre-roll. Is this nug run? If it's trim run, if it's shaking it. Or what?
I have no idea.
If I walked
Will
into
it
the
say
store,
on the box? Does it say on the box?
No, I'm guessing it's probably shake, right?
I mean, a lot of pre-rolls are because it's a cheaper item on the market. It's an easy sell, but is it
And-
nug run? No. Okay.
And
Well,
I'm guessing with it being 10 in a pack, it's got to be shake because that's a lot. If you think about it in the pack as a whole, that's a lot of pre rolls that you got to pack up.
yeah. I mean,
It says no trim.
to be honest, I've smoked better pre-rolls.
Okay.
I have smoked better pre-rolls. 6 out of 10 for when it comes to like flavor profile. I'm not really getting high, but again, I mean,
Y'all smoke different.
we smoke a little different. Hash gives us a little.
Yeah, we're a
bit.
little more critical
Yeah.
on our flour than we are on our shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
I'm
that.
throwing eights around like crazy when we're talking shoes.
Yeah. So how do you feel about it?
Like I said, for what this product is supposed to be, I think it's like a great solution for a lot of people for sure. But like, am I gonna buy a pack of 10 pre-rolls? Probably not. It's not made for me.
Call it an economy
Yeah.
smoke.
Okay.
Economy smoke.
Economy smoke. Yeah.
I got somebody in the comments saying it's all about convenience.
For sure.
yeah,
That's what I'm
100%.
saying.
That's
yeah,
what we're
it's
preaching,
perfect
that-
for
yeah,
someone to throw on the boat.
It's
or
all about the
tag and
ritual
look
for me
fun.
though. Like I'm gonna sit and like I know Mitch and Brian. We're gonna sit and we're gonna roll fucking 10 donuts for the day or whatever. 10 joints and
I like to have butt on my hands before I smoke.
Yeah. I
like
get
to
it
have a
though.
little
Like
butt
that's
on my
not
hand
for
before I
everybody.
smoke,
Like
you know?
everybody's got different circumstances. Like someone they just got to get a quick puff when they're the kids are at home or whatever.
You
They-
think about
for sure.
you think about the 9 to 5ers that just come in and they need just need their joints. They need their
100%,
Yeah. There's definitely a market out there. I could definitely see these being sold well.
No,
at
and
a
like I
retail
said, I
store.
can't hate it. It burns clean. Like for a pack of pre-rolls, you really can't like ask for too, especially like
You
can't ask-
can't ask for too
Knowing
much.
that you guys have biased opinions, though, I
mean,
I
I'm-
still need a ranking. I still need a
I
number.
gave mine. I gave it 6, 5.5.
I think
6 out of
that's
10.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's fair.
It's,
Yeah, I
it's
think
not
that's
fire.
fair.
It's not like this isn't like, oh my god, this is the best
Right,
thing I've
yeah,
ever tasted.
yeah, it's no
but it's just
poppers or
like it's not black gross pre roll. Like some of them are.
Burning, yeah.
Yeah.
It would be good to have like an event. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going out to a festival and you're about to be around with a whole bunch of people. and-
Yeah, to like
Yeah.
people that don't like heavily consume, like you're gonna be the man just kind of handing them out to
Listen,
a party or whatever.
It's summertime. These festivals are coming up. Electric Forest, all these big festivals and whatnot. This will be easy to pass around to the homies.
Right.
This would be easy
Yeah.
to give to
Hell
everybody
yeah.
out rather than
You don't have to.
And it'd be
Yeah.
cool as fuck if
No.
you pull up and it's
Yeah.
like, no, they're not.
And it's not-
cigarettes.
It's a party pack.
And it's not going to be something when they're gone. You're just like, oh no. I mean, there's probably going to be other things you can have access to that'll get you just as right as these.
Yeah, that'll be
Just as right.
Just as right.
So drop.
He said,
but, like, if
he said, look at my hat. He
My
said-
dad would go crazy if I brought him,
Drop
a
across
pack
the
of
board.
those.
The
sure,
the
like,
packaging. I feel like they could work on a way to make that sealable or like does it come with
Kevin's
cellophane?
worried about freshness.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
worried about the freshness.
It comes
How
with
does
cellophane
it?
and
I was gonna
it's
say,
a
does it
little-
come
A
cellophane?
little boost pack.
Okay.
That's how they do cigarettes.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. So that's something
stay
for
fresh.
sure. That's something.
I wouldn't be surprised if I seen that sold at a gas station.
I
these
think
days.
that is
That's what I mean. That's for
It's like a gas station type of
tens
pickup.
of millions of people.
That-
could-
You know, that's a
gas
good
station
product. Now I'm thinking about it. Someone that is trying to quit cigarettes or some shit
or
like that.
someone
you know?
for the older generation, you know what I'm
have-
saying, that has that nostalgia, or they quit smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying?
You know how many
Pack.
people's dream it was to like be able
Exactly.
to buy
One day
some,
gas
some weed in a
stations are
pack.
gonna have.
Buy
One
it just like
day.
cigarettes,
Yeah.
and they put it in.
They're already
like,
ahead of the
nice
curve.
pack.
They're already ahead of the curve. So
Yeah.
they already know their market and their lane. But let's talk about you guys' lane, because you guys have a big lane that
Different lane.
and it's not really, not a lot of people know about it across, the United States, which is Michigan. I always hear, and I'll ask you guys later in the show, of the ranking of cannabis, and somehow, some way, wherever I've been, Michigan always finds its way in that third spot, fourth spot of cannabis as a whole.
Sometimes
So
that second spot.
yeah, so a lot of people don't even know what you guys do.
Well,
Why don't you start? Yeah.
I'm in the rosin lab predominantly. I do, like I said, a little floating around, but my main focus day to day is how can I make and how can I get my team to make the best, cleanest product that we're proud to stand behind. And a lot of that, like I always say, we don't do any single thing different. It's those 10 things that we do different that make it 1% better. Those add up. Like
Small details.
we're a bunch of passionate people. Like we all get up in the morning to make hash. Like that's kind of our passion. So everyone's smoking it. It's a lab full of connoisseurs.
Yeah, I got these guys texting me on Sunday and shit like, "Oh man, I can't wait till tomorrow to get back in the lab and shit."
Yeah,
So,
we're like it's
that's
all
where
about
we
the culture.
That's
gotta
where
love it,
everybody
man.
wants to be.
You gotta love it.
That's kind of dope. That means it's a good work environment, though, as well, right?
For sure, yeah, and like that's something that's definitely cultivated. And one thing that we have an advantage on is like our cultivation facility is literally attached to our processing. So,
Nothing leaves
we
the
go over, we talk to Alex, the director of cultivation. He loves talking about like the latest like genetics and whatnot. So being able to come to him and say like this is kind of on the horizon. Keep a lookout for this, or like maybe when we harvest, let's try doing it this way. Type like having that control vertically goes a long way. Also.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of places
Shout
that
out to
have.
Alex.
Yeah, shout out to Alex for
all
sure.
three.
The whole RKive cultivation crew. It's like I said, it's starts with flower.
It's more like a
So
family.
like we can only do so much. You
smells
can
good.
you can only
I
you
should
can
smoke it.
put lipstick on a pig, but
It's still
and
big.
that's the biggest problem
Yeah,
with
true.
metric rosin, in my opinion, is there's a lot of non-vertically integrated processors that they kind of have their hands tied. Like,
Yeah, that should smoke.
see, and that's why it's kind of hard
Is
to
that that Jerry?
No, that one is black maple on black maple. Black maple.
Yeah,
rosin,
black maple house
flower.
favorite.
Yeah, it's
Black maple slapping.
it
We had
always
some of
burns
that-
super nice, like super clean.
We had some of that fresh press when we came out there on Friday.
Fuck yes.
That you had just pressed for us. We got
Yeah,
great
hot off the
video
press.
of that.
I think you got
Might
it
as well
on,
just put the rig underneath it and just have that shit
It
drop
was,
right
it was
underneath
wonderful, It was tasty. He's like, try this.
That is definitely an upgrade from the J's that we were just trying out there for a product review. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
like,
Man,
Once
yeah,
you get
it's a
used to
long
rolling
road
them-
for sure. That stuff didn't just happen overnight.
It's like
No
Mario
doubt
ate his
about
mushroom,
that.
bro, and it just got
No, that's
bigger
what I'm
and
saying.
better.
Like being able to have that communication with cultivation. Alex knows what he's doing, so like that open feedback and that back and forth goes a long way.
Yeah, and we're critical about the product because we know if you're not your harshest critic, somebody else is going to be.
Oh,
So
100%.
we're sitting there at the table. You guys were at our office, and that's where we go just to assess product and beat ourselves up on it. Really. So
I mean, it definitely shows your guys' work, because I can't tell you I've had a bad product from you guys.
if you have, let us know.
Yeah,
Let
sure.
us
For
know,
sure, for
please.
sure.
Let me know. I'll get into
yeah,
these guys.
by no
however we
means
need to.
either do we think we're always striving towards the next thing. We're always looking for ways to improve our processes and show more love to this aspect of it or that aspect of it. But we're always trying to grow and continue to.
So you guys have a
reach the
small
next
team.
level.
You guys have a small team. Is it a more? It sounds like a home team. You know what I'm
Cultivation
saying?
is it's grown probably like 50, 60. The lab's probably got 15, 20.
Yeah, smaller amount at the lab for sure.
Yeah.
On the sales end, I'm the only salesman, inside sales rep, the only brand ambassador. So I mean, when it comes to small, that would be.
Yeah, I
part
mean
of a
that's
small
one piece to a
operation.
big puzzle. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple other people that sell for us to help us move product, but I mean, when it comes to like the face, or the guy that's going to come to your dispensary and talk to your bud tenders and give your owners, an idea of what we have to offer, I'm going to be that guy, boots on the ground. Kevin, I don't know if you were done or not, but.
Oh no, I mean that's good. Just
I
I'm
just
always
wanna
keeping my ear to the floor for tech, like talking tech with all the guys, and like we want to smoke the best. So to smoke the best, you have to be on the cutting edge.
Yeah.
It's like there's no getting around that.
Facts. No, you got to get if you want to find the best, you got to smoke the best.
Mitchell said it best. Like we are our own biggest critics. We do beat ourselves up. Like we feel that negative feedback, like that helps us grow as a company just as much as positive feedback.
Yeah.
For sure. Fire in the belly, That'll
Yeah.
really get you going.
Nothing gets you fired up like
So how
getting
much
told,
are
like,
How much hash are you guys smoking a day?
Probably a gram.
Yeah.
Gram of
Yeah.
hash a day.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all got.
And
That's
honestly,
just
sometimes
work hours.
sometimes
That's just
I was
work
gonna say
hours.
sometimes it sounds like such a joke and like a cliche that like it comes with the job, but I mean recently we had to sit down and I had to like smack 4 flavors back to back because I had to like essentially sign off on the shit so I could move to the next stage in the process, and I was high as shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's forced down my
It
throat.
ain't for fun, but it's fun though.
Yeah. So that's dope.
part of the
That's
job,
dope.
yeah.
That's dope. So, but you were talking about being in the field. Talk to the consumers for the people real quick and why they should, if they haven't tried an RKive product,
Why they should.
Why they should.
It's just an elevated brand. I mean, like Mitch was saying, like we're super critical on what even makes it in these bags, what even makes it in these jars. These boxes that you see displayed.
Yeah, we at any given time we run between 40 and 55 different strains, and you might
we
only
saw
see
all of
8 of them.
I was gonna say, you guys probably seen that when you guys.
Yeah,
are done
and you might
aging.
see 8 of them in RKive pack, 8 to 15 of them in RKive.
Yeah,
packaging,
super
so-
critical. So I mean, only the best of the best is making it in the bags and the jars. I mean, the people that that produce the product are super passionate. The whole team. Don and Adrian, whether it be in the cultivation and the processor, they're well synced to where they're on the same page. And I mean, it's a family-based business too. There's no kind of big investors or anything like that. It's basically caregivers and a big family based out of Detroit. Where are the partners? They're based out of Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Detroit and Dearborn area.
Okay.
Yeah.
So family-based company.
Yeah, right here in
You're-
Michigan.
Yeah, you're supporting Michigan. Michigan residents and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah. No out-of-state money or
Yeah.
anything like that. We're all locals.
Which
so.
that's what we like to talk about here on Cushion Kicks, and that's why we love you guys' brand as a whole, because that's home team. We know that people, that kind of was saying that earlier, that people wherever I've been, Seattle, Washington, Michigan always finds this way that we have great cannabis, and we're playing on the same team. We understand that we got to face something here sooner or later, which we'll talk about later in the show. But there is a bigger fish out there that we have to all, as a team, work together to figure out.
That's just normalizing it, right?
Yep.
That's really what we try to fight for. So it's really good to see like actual Michigan families, you know what I'm saying, make something of the cannabis world, you know what I mean? Because that's normalizing it. A whole family endeavored into this industry,
Which was probably not an easy thing to do,
or an easy decision to come to at the time, because it's still a very taboo thing, and people still kind of look at it funny, and we face these discriminations because of this wonderful
100%.
flower.
I definitely still feel it in Michigan.
Yeah.
We've been in med since 2008, and it's like, it's still, people look at it like, me and Mitchell, we've been processing together for 10 years now. We're actually brothers also. I don't know if you guys knew that.
We're
Mitchell-
brothers.
you guys-
Yeah. And to the family thing, like, my wife runs the hydrocarbon department. Shout out to Lily, she holds it down.
Hydrocarbon queen.
We all working together and having those close relationships that allows us to kind of be hard on each other. Like,
Absolutely.
and we're not afraid to be like, let's fucking
Tough love.
Yeah,
Sometimes
for
you need
sure.
that tough love.
Hey, and it's
There's a reason why we can still work together after all these years.
I can feel it in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not giving no bullshit. I can feel the home, like you guys are definitely trying to iron sharpen iron, and in the cannabis industry, sometimes I've seen some people just fall off and not have that good home communication with their team and saying, hey, this is what's going on with me, and I can feel that with y'all. And it sounds like you take on a lot of the responsibility with being in the fields, but it's got to be a great job because you are doing it every day, and you still are repping it hard as hell.
One of the best jobs I've ever had, to be honest. I mean, every day I wake up, I love what I do. I love the people that I work with. I love the product that we smoke, just because. I'm not gonna walk around and say we're the best, but we're definitely up there.
We want to be.
So,
Yeah, we want to be.
Y'all just won something.
And it's not talk
play it
either.
down.
Like,
The Olympics just happened. Y'all trying to act all candid like y'all didn't come in first place.
We gotta stay humble,
gotta keep
man.
ourselves in
We gotta
check.
stay
No,
humble.
We
Okay.
can't go too long,
Okay.
or someone's gonna pass
Okay.
us.
because
I
we're
like that.
always looking like, yeah, that's cool in our community for sure, and it sounds like ridiculous, but we always we want to be the best, like, period. That's where we're working
So we're
towards. We
striving
want
for
to be able to present the best jar that you can get anywhere, or
Absolutely.
the best bag of flour that you can get
Metric
anywhere.
market.
Yeah, I'm
So
sick of.
that's our end goal.
I mean, I want to end the for metric. This is good for metric.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
got to go. And
Yeah,
the only
for
way we
sure.
can do that is, like you said, iron sharpen iron. Like, these bigger brands coming in, like, they're gonna bring that educated market too, and like we're not afraid of.
No,
them.
we're happy to grow the hash community as
We
well.
love
100%.
we love the
Yeah,
competition, for
710. They're coming to town. They do a good job of educating the market and shit, and like their fans are gonna be smoking our hash with it. And I'm hoping they're gonna choose our jar a couple times
I
over
feel like
theirs, you know
we're
what I
the
mean?
ones that they're going to be comparing it to. They're going to be kind of going back and forth between the two, which is
Right.
good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good to
Yeah.
have competition.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because if you don't have competition, you get lazy. You know what I'm saying?
know.
Like
Comfortable.
100%.
Can't get comfortable.
Yeah, when you get comfortable, what happens? You
Someone
fall
passes
off,
you.
You know what I'm saying? That's the story of the turtle and the
Tortoise in the
turtle
hair.
and
The tortoise in the hair.
Tortoise in
Yes,
the
sir.
hair.
But tell the people, like, how now that we got all this information, the people want to know where's the store at, how did it start? Because we obviously, when I walk through the facility, it's got to be one of the cleanest ones I've seen, Q.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, and I mean, and it's high tech. I was walking through with Alex, and I saw that it's very high tech.
That shit is down to a science.
It is.
literally.
It has no. There's no human error to happen. I mean, there's a little computer work, but it's saved, and you can go back in and check it, just like any other business. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
And I think
Another
that's what
thing-
you guys showed me while walking through the tour was like. Anybody can come in here and figure out what happened. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
how
there's
how it's
accountability.
happening.
And,
That's another
trace
thing I
is
was
big
gonna
there.
say is like with your guys' team so close and stuff like that. You were showing us the other day that you guys have like things to hold people accountable. 'Cause
Sure.
it's a smaller team, so you're able
Yeah.
to do that. You
For
know,
sure.
you can go.
We have
hey,
to be able to pinpoint
Bill,
things.
you didn't do this. You know,
Yeah, well,
No.
break
For
the stereotypes
example,
source.
If a customer gets a hold of me and they bought some melanata or something, for example, and they found a speck in that jar, I can go back and I can find out exactly who
Clean
packaged
that
that
jar.
jar and prep that jar.
God
and,
damn.
Really like
Straight to
figure
the
out
source.
exactly where the issue lies because, quality control is major, especially as you try and grow more. That's why you see a lot of mid coming with growth is because there aren't systems in place to really, I don't know, you have to kind of elevate your business side of it as well as your product side, and that's what we've learned, being licensed for sure.
You were about to say something, and I think it was going to be spot on for what we stand for here. But you were going to say breaking the what?
The stereotype of that lazy stoner, like
Yeah, for sure.
the water crew. Me and my crew are in there 6 a.m.
Hustling, grinding.
5, 6 p.m. Like
Preach.
we're in there busting our ass. Like,
We talk about that all the time. Stoners aren't lazy. We're
putting in
motivated,
50-hour
you know what
weeks
I'm
easy.
saying?
I'd say locked in, if anything.
Exactly.
I'd say locked in.
And
Because
it's,
we're
that's
at
like
this teetering
part of
point.
that's my hobby. That's my job. That's my passion. Like this is what I've done. What we've all been doing our whole lives. Like, and it's kind of like if we don't put our all into it and make it succeed. Like that's like what are
What's
we even
the point?
doing? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. I just didn't want him to cut off because I know
No,
we preach
for
that
sure.
all
That's-
the
yeah,
time.
that's
You know what I'm
important.
saying?
Yeah, and the people that tune in are helping us do that. You know what I'm saying? And those people that are commenting and having this conversation with us, and we're educating them because they don't know what's. Sometimes people are just like, I don't know what's really going on. With
it's
cannabis because
important,
it's so up and down right now. We're really at a teetering point. We talk about that all the time on Cushion Cooks as well. Is that cannabis it has to do with the people that are inside. Because if you don't work with the people and have these conversations, the people that are walking in and remembering Brian and told me to come buy this product, but I don't know, I don't remember what, I just remember the name, you know.
Yeah.
This is to help educate them, you know.
So why don't you guys break it down? How's the proper way to consume hash?
Oh man. See, that's why we love like going to events and being able to actually give somebody a dab, because there are so many ways to go about it. Some people are just like mind blown. Like even the other night, or well, not the other night, it was a few weeks back. I was smoking with George from GT Rolling. You know, me and Noah.
Shout out George.
Shout out George, yeah, and Anthony from Detroit too. But we were smoking with those guys, and we had some Dagashi. You know, we brought the setup. You know, we had the nice rig with the Toro slurper on it, and everything nice and proper.
Yep.
Temperature just right. Give him a slap, and he's like, "Man, that's the best dab I've ever had." And a lot of it has to do with just because we controlled the process, and that's how important, you know, consuming it in a, I don't know how to put it, but like in a sophisticated, semi-sophisticated sort of way, instead of just putting oil on hot quartz, is so important because it can completely change your experience. I mean, there are plenty of people who, you know, we gave their 1,000th dab to, and they're just like, wow, that tasted amazing, just because they've been roasting their oil. So
Educating them.
So if I wanted to get into dabbing and I wanted to like experience it at a high level without a lot of to do, I would get a Puffco Pro, just like that. I mean, to me, that is like the best casual user device, period.
User friendly.
You can put it on blue, and you can give it to a 70-year-old lady at an event who's never taken a dab in her life, and she'll survive. You know, she's not gonna like hack up a lung. It's nice and casual and mild and just flavorful. Like at that point, pretty much that's all you're getting is the essence of the oil.
Kind of
really
kills that
what-
first experience of that first dab.
Exactly, and there's such like a stereotype about dabbing that it's like, you know, weed for crackheads sometimes, because I think there are two
They
categories.
see the torch and they see the big
Oh
rig
yeah,
and
man,
they're like,
and
oh, shit.
fucking
White
people hacking up
substance.
a lung and dying.
And passing out. I've actually seen people in real life.
Just die.
Yeah, because they're not doing it the right way. You know?
sure.
And that's the
One are
saddest
they
thing.
hydrated? That's one thing too.
Yes.
You see a
I
lot
got a
of-
rule now that like I have to drink a glass of water for every dab I do,
Yeah,
and that's just my thing,
Yeah.
because like I find myself
keep yourself
definitely getting dehydrated if I'm
You gotta be hydrated and you gotta have sugar. You gotta
shout
have
out
sugar
water.
in your body. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Shout out
saying?
H2O.
And know your limits. Know your limits. Don't push yourself. If you've never done a dab before and it's 85 degrees outside,
That's maybe not the best idea for that day.
No.
no, it's probably not the best idea.
Definitely not
Give a little
the
one.
best idea for
You know,
your
just a
first
little
experience.
And
with
be
cannabis.
Know your
be
limit.
honest. And be honest to yourself. Like, hey, I don't need a whole glob. It's okay to take a
take
little
a little
bit.
puff off,
Yeah.
off the
You can
puff
always
top.
add more. You can't take that shit away. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Well, those Puffcos, they really do like blow up your dab. Like a little goes a long way. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
especially with the 3D atomizer on them too. That was kind of a game changer.
Yeah.
So, what would be your go-to way of consuming hash?
Man, that's such an open-ended. I could talk about that for hours.
What's your favorite way?
My favorite way, like Mitch said, some sort of high-quality quartz. I really don't care as long as it has that heat retention. Quave, Evan Shore, like there's a million different brands, but making sure that your dab gets down to temperature, so some sort of temperature device. I use my Temp Tech.
Okay.
But you can literally go to like Arbor Freight or like Walmart or whatever, get one for $15.
Oh yeah,
get
there's
yourself
definitely
going.
If you're going from Puffco to rig, there's definitely like a budget way of doing that as well, because that's
Yeah.
what I think prevents a lot of people from getting into it. Like, okay, if I want to try smoking hash, I gotta buy a $80 torch and at least like a $50 piece of quartz.
Keep going.
Yeah, for
Rig,
sure.
keep
No, you can
going,
get
keep
some sort
going.
of
I don't know how
temperature
many
You
device.
can get
Yeah.
those
I don't know how many-
portable propane things and put your shit on there. Like, it's going to get the job done.
You don't know
like,
how many times I've had customers tell me that at vendor day. So I gotta buy this. And I gotta
Yeah,
buy this.
don't
Don't
shopping
cheap out
list.
on quartz, though. Whatever you do not cheap
Yeah,
out on
I would
quartz.
say that's probably, besides being able to read your temperature. That's the biggest variable when it comes to like the flavor you get when you take a dab. It's definitely the quality of your quartz.
Okay, so y'all been in the lab just trying dab after dab.
Oh man, and every type of quartz, thousands of dollars, and Quave just came out with the Trackstar. Gotta get that and see what that's all about.
That's kind of like
Toro's got the new Vortex Slurper. Just ordered one of those. Like you gotta.
Like Mitch said, like we're like you guys are with sneakers with hash. Like we're trying the new,
Got to be up on the new
shit. I feel the love. I can feel the love for hash, and
for sure.
Trying it. I mean, that donut was fantastic. Even we couldn't show y'all, but it had a RKive R in there. It was
perfect.
Top tier, man. Top tier. I'm over here cheesing and shit, man.
Yeah, great. Black maple always gets me geeked.
No, that's smoking.
Super heavy, man.
I think Brian said he's had that bag for a month too.
Yeah, it's an older bag. It's not a fresh batch. So.
Also, you got to keep your quartz clean too. There's a million different ways to do that.
That's super important, of course.
Whether you wait, a lot of people they'll keep it, they'll dab it, put it back onto your temperature reader, and now are waiting until like 200 to 300 degrees before you dunk it to prevent from like that thermal shock. Like sometimes, that's a real big part of it. Doing a double dunk sometimes, if your ISO gets dirty.
We're getting in the deep cuts now.
Yeah, that's how I can live. Yeah,
Kevin's going in right now.
Yeah. Or just swab it out. If you don't want to do all that shit, just use cotton swab or
make sure you get all that shit out.
Glop mop or
as you can see, swab. These guys know what they're talking about. They've done the homework.
As much ISO as you can.
Don't get a $20 rig. Spend $100 on your nail. At least,
Okay.
Don't go. You don't have to go crazy on your torch. Like as long as it's like a hot flame or whatever.
Right. So on the market right now, what's your favorite hash rosin?
From us?
Yeah. Well, of course, I'm not gonna ask you any other.
Zahidi Lime is one of my personal.
Yeah,
favorites.
if people could walk into a dispensary right now and buy your product, what would you recommend to them right now?
Zahidi Lime for sure. I really like all of the like Z that comes through that Skittles on it. It's kind of like a really limey Skittles. It's really well rounded. The high is super nice, super smooth. Yeah, in house.
I'm a Candy Fumes guy.
Candy Fumes second favorite.
Banging.
I love the gas. I love the gas.
That shit was smelling delicious.
It's got a nice sweet undertone with some Z on it too.
Yeah.
It's delicious, and I'm actually needing more of it soon. There's
dropping Friday, both hash and flower.
This Friday.
There you go.
Yeah, that'll be the first batch since the Olympics too. So like, this pretty hype about it.
Drum roll.
Yeah, no, for sure, drum roll.
You'll be seeing some Candy Fumes on Candy Fumes donuts coming soon.
Is it only coming? You said only those two ways. I know you guys always do the disposables and a pre-roll.
So I'm not sure. We'll probably do a pre-roll.
Pre-rolls will be good.
Yeah, but disposable, It's like such a shame because it's such a popular rosin. It's so nice in like the unadulterated form.
Right.
Like, and actually, we're getting ready to do like a re-release of our pods. We've changed some stuff. We've updated our packaging.
Okay.
New technology. So we're gonna be. You'll see like a re-release of RKive pods soon.
What retail stores can people find this Candy Fumes that's coming
out? So it'll definitely be at all the Allswell stores. So you'll find it at Allswell Adrian, Allswell Grand Rapids, Allswell Traverse City.
Grand Rapids?
Yeah. And then a handful of other stores. You'll see it at 315 North for sure.
315 North. Information Entropy and in
following the IG is probably the best way to keep up with
drops. We do a drop every Friday.
Yep.
New rosin every Friday. A lot of times flour as well. And we'll post, leading up to it, a drop list of all the locations you can find it. It's always available, first thing on Friday morning at all our stores and our partner stores. So that's stay on that. You get the super fresh product, and a lot of it, honestly, it goes quick because we try to be really selective. We're sending a lot of times, 15, 30 grams of any particular flavor to each location. It goes quick.
Small batch.
But that's what we want. We want it to turn over fast so that it stays super fresh. Yeah. We want it to be consumed as quick as possible, you know, as fresh as possible.
We
That's
want
how
that
we
want to be
try
there
to
too. That's why it's so small batch.
Yep.
We want to make sure that the people are, quote unquote, fiending for it.
Yeah, because y'all have we got some of the packaging here, and you guys have showing the little details that some other companies don't
Things
do.
that matter.
Yeah.
They have like this little vacuum on here, like that.
So yeah, those
tier?
jars are super nice. So what's cool about those is not only do they have like a really nice silicone gasket to start with, but that pop action actually pushes down on the lid of the jar and creates a small vacuum so that there's suction on the lid and it just keeps it even more airtight.
And more fresh. That's all I'm hearing.
How
is
should you
more
store your
fresh.
hash rosin?
So if you're not going to be smoking it within the week, the entire jar, it needs to be in the freezer. And as you pull it out, like if you're going to we're talking like if you want to keep it as fresh and as flavorful as possible, you don't have to do that obviously, but it's probably going to dry out. The flavor profile is for sure going to change. But ideally you keep it in the freezer. And if you're pulling it out and you're going to smoke the whole thing in 5 days or a week, every night you should probably put it in the fridge. Pull it out before you smoke it, let it chill for 15 or 20 minutes, let it come up to temperature, and then dab it. I mean, if you really want to be heavy with it and keep it as preserved as possible, every time you're done doing your little dab sesh, put the lid back on and put it in the fridge. Keep it, yeah.
So I actually have a mini fridge at home that I keep all my shit inside of.
I feel like keep that jar closed. If you leave it open overnight, it's drying out.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Not everything, but like just keep it closed.
Yeah, that's most important.
More than temperature, just keep that shit closed. Especially with those, you get that nice seal. Sometimes if like you close it, you open and close it a few times, it doesn't get that seal. You can like tap on it with your dab tool. And
Which one is that?
Snap.
So this one's the Jerry, the flower. That one is Jealousy Gary Payton.
Yeah.
And it's got some black maple rosin in it.
That is black maple again.
This one kind of fought me, so I hope that the rosin's actually centered by the time it gets down to it. But
that bitch looks like it's smoking.
It's still gonna get burnt down.
I feel like
still gonna get burnt down.
Eat donuts.
He eating donuts over there. He said freshly
I need some donuts now.
You need to go to Freshwater.
Yeah, I have to.
You gotta go somewhere.
Isn't that the donut spot around here?
Sweetwater.
Sweetwater. Excuse me. Sorry, I used to live in Kalamazoo. Sweetwater. I knew it was water something. Aren't there 24 hours in the?
No, not no more.
No, they all change, because things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Things happen.
Yeah, things.
So you guys. So how long has RKive been operating?
Since 2021, I believe. 2020, bro.
2020, 2021.
Yeah.
I'd say about almost 2.5 years.
2.5 years
2.5 years.
ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we kind of came in right as the things peaked. Obviously, like flower prices were crazy. Just products in general were crazy priced. A lot more licensed brands entered the market. Shit started to trend downward and plateau. So we kind of came in right as it was trending downward, which obviously, like for our, me and Alex have seen how cannabis goes. The market fluctuates. It's just part of the game or whatever. But like, for our partners, we get in and we're selling pounds for like 2,800, and they start dropping rapidly. And next thing you know, we're selling them for like 1,500, 1,200. That was tough to swallow. Yeah, definitely felt it.
Felt that for sure.
So like for a lot of brands, it's just everybody's kind of been in survival mode.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why you guys are so picky, though. That's why y'all like certain things.
We
and y'all
knew
do
that-
bring that best quality.
Yeah, if there were going to be 1 million people in the market and everybody was just going to buy
Flood it,
cheap
flood
pounds,
it, yeah.
and it was a commodity, one bag of corn is the same as another bag of corn or whatever, then the only way to differentiate ourselves was to build a brand that we could stand on. So that was the strategy from the get-go, is to build
something stable.
Mm-hmm. And we knew that we had to keep the quality at a certain level to do that, and that battle never ends for sure.
I don't want to make I didn't want to make a bad decision there. I didn't want to damage the donut.
That is like kind of a thing about donuts. Like once you get to that oil, it's
you
kind
gotta
of
be
bad.
careful.
Yeah, sometimes people chastise you
Super
crashing
sensitive.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
gotta be careful.
Well, real quick shout out to Redemption, the foundation that gives back a percentage of their proceeds to Redemption Foundation. And what they do is they help expunge people's records that have been incarcerated or faced any kind of criminal action because of cannabis. So that's really sweet. Make sure if you guys if you guys see any Redemption products, you could definitely try to grab it, especially if you see that Mafia Funeral stuff is bananas. I love that strand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love that foundation. I love that foundation. And shout out to Spark in the Park. It's gonna be June 10th and 11th. If you haven't got your tickets, you still got time. We got like 3 weeks out. The boys from Cushion Kicks are going to be there. We're going to do a live podcast Sunday. So if you haven't got your tickets and you haven't had the chance to see us, this is your chance. We're getting ready to go. And it's going to be a 2-day festival, the first time ever in the state of Michigan. So I'm super excited to see what it's going to hold. I hopefully see you guys out there.
We'll be out there.
I
don't think we're gonna do a booth, but we'll definitely be out there smoking hash.
Little backpack
You will see
action.
us.
Little
Absolutely.
backpack action.
I like
If
that.
you guys need a discount code, make sure you guys hit Cushion Kicks and you guys can get a little percentage off of your tickets as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My bad. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
My
no,
bad. I'm
absolutely.
over here smoking the donuts.
Donuts got you going.
It's been a while since I've been on, so smoking like this is different. You know what I'm saying? Getting back
absolutely.
to it, so it's
But it's good.
It's a good time, and I miss it. I'm glad I'm back. Losing my voice.
Welcome back.
Glad I'm back.
Welcome back.
So, the Olympics just happened. You guys took first place. So what's next? You guys said you guys don't have time to slow down. No breaks, So what's next?
We got a bunch of new flavors that we're getting ready to roll out. For rosin, you're gonna start seeing like these honey banana, papaya,
excited for the honey banana, man.
straight honey banana. A lot of this stuff's gonna be dropping in like a couple weeks too. So this is like coming straight down the line. This papaya runts, that's really nice as well. That we're really excited about. And another one, chauffeur. That one's got like one of the craziest textures of anything that we produced in house. It's one of those rosins that in cold cure batter you can tip the jar sideways and it just starts running like it's BHO.
Really?
Yeah, it's wild texture. And that one is Skittles, Sunday Driver, and Wedding Cake, I believe.
I think that's
So
That sounds like it's gonna be amazing.
That
How do
was
you
dope.
feel about that one?
Chauffeur is definitely going to be one to look out for. It reminds me, it's got some like gassy notes in it. It's got some sweet, some sour. It's got a lot.
It's got some layers to it for sure, which is something I always like appreciate in a hash is that it's not like super like one noted.
Right.
Like that's why everybody hates CRC rosin, right? This shit always tastes like fucking air freshener or something. Like it's always sitting on like one note. So yeah, I appreciate something that's well rounded. That I'm like, oh yeah, I get a little like sandalwood and some citrus, and some like
Catch those
rubber
notes on the
cement
palate.
type of funk. So I appreciate like a layered concentrate. But what's really cool too is like the honey banana runts, the papaya runts and the honey banana papaya. Those are going to be mixed phenos the first time we drop them, which is cool too because a lot of times like it can be iffy, but like, as far as like okay, we're going to do the mixed pheno, which basically means we popped 12 seeds, ended up with maybe 6 to 8 females, and the first time we wash it, we'll wash them all together. We'll select our keeper, that first round as well, but we're going to just do a mixed pheno the first time, almost every time. And sometimes, we'll put that stuff in a play jar. Just because as a mixed pheno, sometimes like it's a little more watered down the flavor profile. Yeah. But with these, they have a really cool, like really pleasant mixed pheno type of profile, which is pretty cool. And for the honey banana papaya, we think we found a couple phenos that are really gonna like create some crazy buzz. We've got this banana dominant pheno that just smells exactly like a banana runt, like the actual
the
candle,
candy.
like that
That's what
straight
that's what I'm excited
artificial
I'm not even a
banana.
banana guy in that one.
A lot of
It's
people
crazy.
don't like those, but I like them
The
little.
papaya
banana
rounds it out.
runs.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
papaya
It's
does
not
something
like
really
the
nice
strain
to it.
runts, like the
No,
little like you're
yeah,
talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like
I'm
them.
excited
So-
for that. That sounded delicious.
No, this shit it's wild, honestly. So we're really stoked. We think that's gonna be like the new hot rosin flavor for us. But always excited for more candy fumes to come down too. Like that shit is just smoking
Need it.
crazy. If you haven't had the candy fumes, like that's a must for sure.
We're
Yeah.
gonna have it.
Oh, I
yeah.
gotta try it now.
We're gonna coordinate.
Coffee
I'll
creamer
say
too. We
I'll
got
show
more
next
coffee
week.
We'll get you. We'll get you
Yeah,
some
that's
bags.
super
We'll get you guys some
popular right
bags.
now. The coffee creamer is kind of going crazy.
The coffee creamer is delicious.
Yeah,
The
people
coffee
are
I
going
agree.
nuts for that one.
What is that?
agree.
Is that,
From
what's
the
that
other
cushion
I've had a lot of
CC,
people
right?
in my DMs that actually like prefer the coffee creamer to the candy fumes, which to me like
It's a bold statement.
Coffee
It's
creamer
bold.
evolves.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
that
bold
one
statement.
definitely does. It's like some strains are more batch to batch than others.
That's my wife's
Yeah,
favorite is the
like-
coffee creamer. She was like, what's that? That is
People really like it
delicious."
too because it's got that really sweet flavor that pairs well in a donut. You can put it with almost anything. Like all my boys that roll donuts always talk about how they love the coffee creamer because it's just so it's neutral, but it's got a lot of flavor to it at the same time.
It's really
So,
pleasant. Yeah.
you can kind of play with it. It's like
Goes well with a lot of flour,
like a
too.
neutral pair of shoes. You can kind of wear it with whatever.
Hey, I was gonna say pairs well with a lot.
Yeah.
Pairs
I
well
like
with a lot.
that.
That's
I
like a
that.
cigar. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Yeah.
damn cigar of cannabis. You know,
Quality cannons.
quality.
cannons.
I'm talking top tier, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you.
This
Right now.
this is
I'm glad we got your stamp of approval.
Man is Cushion Kick certified for
You
sure.
can almost
like
like
kicks improved.
anytime, like that's why I love the black maple too. Like it's so consistent. Anytime you grab a black maple bag, like you know it's gonna be smoking clean and shit for sure. Because I think I like that first joint better. The black maple on black maple. That one is Jerry on black maple.
Oh no, that
I think,
Jerry Payne.
but I think we hooked the people.
Black,
up.
I kind of agree.
Yeah, I
Black
think the black
maple on
maple,
smoke
black
maple.
maple,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really smoking.
So
Shout out to Bloom, honestly.
shout out to all of our wonderful viewers that have been patient with us, have been watching and commenting. And, hey, they've had knowledge dropped on them today. But let's not forget why people are commenting and why people are sharing and loving on us. It's because of the air packages, right? So we're gonna break down these air packages. If you guys haven't already, make sure you comment or share. You're automatically entered as long as you're 21 or older.
I mean, we're gonna give back some of the stuff that we talking about and trying here on the show, which I love to do.
These right here probably gotta be MJ's top 5. He's
nice.
You big in the vape.
I'm onto the vapes, yeah, because they're more convenient for the consumer.
Oh, no
you know
doubt,
what I'm
no
saying?
doubt. Man, you can smack one of those in the back of the movie theater. You know?
Hell
Exactly, or in the bathroom.
hey, don't
You know
be
what
telling
I mean?
everybody the secrets though. We can't be, some of that stuff. Don't do that. If you do, you gotta. There's some.
The word is discreet.
Yeah. You gotta know
Yeah.
when to play your cards.
It's on me, yeah.
Yeah, but the bathroom is usually the most convenient
Absolutely.
because people go in there and do.
Man,
that.
and
They're
People-
portable, but they're still fucking loud.
People
They
tell
are
me
loud.
some crazy places that they've smoked those things, like a lot of airplanes. A lot of
A lot
people
of
smoking them on the
airplane
plane.
activity.
Okay,
I mean, if
shit.
you hold it in long enough, you can ghost the head.
Apparently, I was asleep in the seat next to somebody who was fucking
Doing
smacking the vape. Fucking, I'm not gonna name names, but
I'm not gonna
sitting
name
next to
Don't
my
wanna
homie, he's
incarcerate
just smacking the
anybody.
vape while I was asleep next to
There you go,
him, right in
name
his
drop.
seat.
That's funny.
Shit.
But yeah, I got a couple of 8s up in there. I got a 3-pack of the Bitchcrafts. Bitchcraft, shout out. They are Doja exclusive. So make sure you guys head into Doja to check one of those out.
sir.
But the one thing that I really want to talk about real quick are these.
I knew you were going to tell people
yeah.
about that one.
So this is a full moon. This is a 200 milligram coin. This bad boy is
wow.
this big. Okay, like
Sheesh.
that's how big it is, right
Talk
there.
about concentrated.
Yeah, straight up.
I had a tooth pulled last week, and I ate half of this bad boy.
You were to the moon. You were out of here.
Full moon.
He wasn't.
Boy.
They weren't playing by that.
I
How long until you came down?
went to sleep.
Okay, there you go.
No, I mean I was high for like 4 hours. Took a shower, still high. Went to sleep.
Woke up and how would you feel?
I felt I got a good night of sleep.
Excellent. Well
It
rested.
was great.
Well rested.
Slept comfortably.
So there's a couple of those in each one of our packages, but that one definitely make sure you guys check
Yes,
out.
sir. Yes, sir. I think we got some. We got to go and visit the location on Friday, which we had a great
that was
time, and
fun.
we appreciate you guys. And it was great hospitality overall. Everybody that we came in and said what's up to was super friendly and super knowledgeable, doing kind of all the same things. It was super good time for me as a whole.
Footage?
Yeah, we got some great footage, man.
Did you check out the
Great
reel
footage.
on IG? I'll have to. I probably haven't, but I'll have to.
And the store was busy, you know, and that's sometimes when we
always
walk
is.
into certain dispensaries is that we see that there's kind of a trend when you overload the cities, which we live in a city that cannabis is every corner. You know, it's like a grocery store. We got close to 30 of them now. So being in a location to see the consumers coming in and out and the people behind the stations knowing what they're talking about and giving direction. Mitch, you were a great host, and we had a great time walking around with you. And
we try to have the same philosophy for our retail, because we're all as well also, like, that's our chain of dispensaries for anybody that didn't
Grand
know
Rapids,
that.
Traverse City, and Adrian so
Yeah,
far.
so we bring that same mantra that we, preach on the production side to the retail side too.
Mm-hmm.
We hire super knowledgeable staff. We offer products for the educated consumer. We offer great value products as well. So, we try to be somebody that can cater to anybody, but in a very knowledgeable and targeted way. And the culture as well.
Jars.
yeah,
For a reasonable price.
for a reasonable price.
For 15
Yeah.
grams.
And they
Yeah,
had it in the-
definitely concentrates and like if you want to buy our house flower and whatnot, that's a great place.
Yeah,
to
you're
get
gonna
it.
find everything RKive in-house is your best value for sure.
And what else do they got, man? What else do we see? The store hit all the factors for us because not only did the flower check out, the concentrate, everything checked out, the facility. You did something else that you're wearing right now that we got prototype. I'm serious. It matches my shoes. Dead ass. I'm dead. Everything that a cannabis user would look for was in that store.
Yeah,
everything
we
that
try-
you're looking for.
Yeah,
Check
even
every
like
box.
high-end accessories. Like you can actually get some heady quartz. Like you can buy Quave direct from us.
Like,
Working
I
on
imagine
getting Toro in the shop. Yeah, cannabis
No
apparel.
mids, baby.
No mids, all that shit, definitely.
Shout out
We
No
want
Mids.
to be a one-stop shop, and it's all about, like I said, culture for us. We want to speak to the community that we're a part of. So that's all for that.
That's dope. That's dope.
I'm excited to see what the future's got for y'all. I'm excited. I love to see people like this, and then that's why I love having these Sundays, and I appreciate you guys coming down
Yeah,
and
man.
doing this interview and talking with the people and let them know what's going on and coming to Kalamazoo, Michigan, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's
Kazoo.
right
On a
here.
Sunday.
On a
On a
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday fun day for sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a Sunday evening chilling,
Yeah,
know.
with the boys talking about what we see in the future of cannabis, and I can see that y'all about to. They're ahead. They're ahead of
We're
everybody.
gonna just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
And
I
that-
think if you
yeah.
guys keep going, like right now, there's a lot of people that you guys are ahead of, and if you guys don't slow down, they ain't gonna be able to catch up.
I'm glad that we've had this conversation.
They're not gonna be
No,
able
it's
to
always,
catch up.
always
No.
fun for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
It's about that time, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. Before we start spinning this bad boy, shout out to Doja, the dispensary for the people, by the people, home of the $5 gram, right here in Portage, Michigan. Make sure you guys slide in there and check them
Yes,
out.
sir. Q already gave you the shout out that the Bitchcraft exclusives up there. Make sure you go up there and check it out. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So let's get this wheel spinning. They're
Yeah.
gonna win my air package first. You don't get the hoodie. That's my man's hoodie.
Yeah. Oh, they thought that was funny. If
That came out
anybody,
of my pocket. That's just
anybody,
official. I've worn that, so you probably don't want.
No, you don't get that hoodie, even though it
Yeah.
is fire.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. But this is the air package that you will receive. I just want to highlight these band gummies because they are made with hash rosin this round. They put some new ones out, and I find that the edibles that have the hash rosin in them smack you way harder than the distillate boys.
okay.
So-
I mean,
No,
you
no.
was on them because you're
It's a
too.
different
So
high.
I mean,
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I feel like I'm less
Amazing.
groggy on the solventless edibles.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
sometimes you get that weird edible headache, you know what I'm saying?
That
Or like the
shit
next
sucks.
day,
It's
the
a-
edible hangover and shit. I feel like I
When
get
you
that with
you
this.
wake up like I'm still.
It affects the
fucking
taste of
high.
the
What about the
gummy, too.
moonlight? Did
Yeah.
you feel that about the moonlight?
The full moon? No,
No,
I
the
just
full
felt
moon.
well rested.
Okay.
That was it.
That's all you need. At the end of the day, that's all you
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you going through that, because that probably wasn't. That didn't feel good.
Hey.
Oh.
Devin Allen.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
He's over
Yeah.
tuning in every week, saying what's up to the people at home.
Make sure you tell me how this is.
Sure banger.
Let me know.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah,
This is what you. Yeah, we hooked the people up.
People up from being
That was
out
supposed
there.
to be his bag, by the way. So.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we give it to the people.
Giving
Yeah.
the people what they want.
Yeah.
We love to hear it.
All right, let's.
Hey, if we got to try the exclusive, I want my people at home to try. I got to experience and hear the
Listen,
conversation
man.
with y'all.
There's plenty more where that came from. We'll make sure you guys
We
get
gotta
taken
hook
care
the
of.
people
Bro. So
up,
you
you
giving
know?
it to the people. We'll get you. We'll restock you.
Yes,
That
sir.
the people come first here at Cushion Kicks, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do this. You know what I'm saying?
that is
They
true.
tune in, and
That is
they
true.
they
Yeah.
the ones that make us go
Viewer
round.
makes it happen.
Yes, sir.
100%.
And we want to give back to them. Show them that, hey, we hear
Oh,
y'all.
yeah,
We
for
want to
sure.
give back. Hey, y'all got to try that, but y'all gave us these J's. Nah, we gave y'all something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got something exclusive in there.
And so you're going to tune in next week because I might get another chance to win, you know?
That wheel just goes slower and slower.
I know. Phoenix,
I feel like I've been
Phoenix
watching
got
it
it.
spin for like hours.
Phoenix
Shout out-
like, I ain't
shout out
smoke
to
no
those
donuts.
Yeah, I was gonna say
She
shout out to
said-
those.
I
shout out
didn't
to
smoke
those
no
donuts.
donuts. Y'all high asses.
I'm watching it like a lava lamp.
There
Trisha
you go.
Okay.
Murphy.
Seems like a
Congratulations.
well-deserved.
You're going to be going
Absolutely.
home with something identical to what Q
Yeah.
gave away.
And then we got something from RKive over there, right?
Yeah, I brought some goodies with me. Brian
Goodies.
contributed some stuff as well.
Absolutely.
Why not?
You want to tell people what they got?
I got 2 grams of melanata rosin, so that just dropped on Friday. That's like
Fresh
a
drop.
fresh drop right there.
2 grams.
And
exclusive.
then we've also got a banana cooler pre-roll. That batch banana cooler is smoking. So that's actually a pre-roll that I can stand behind for sure.
Okay.
Smoke that thing. And then we got some Play 200 milligram gummies as
Okay.
well.
You guys have tried those gummies too, so
Swag.
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that at this event?
That was at that event.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember, but I remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He said, I don't remember,
took
but I
care of-
remember.
took care of you
Remember, but I
guys. I
remember.
made sure I took
We
care
saw
of
him
you.
in the hallway. He was like, "Hey, here you go. Here you go." I was like,
I had to make sure I give what I could. You know,
Always. That's love. That's
You know what I mean?
cannabis love right
That's what it
there.
is, bro.
And that's
I knew you guys were gonna be there, so I was like, let me make sure I got some, at least a little
let's
something for
see.
these
who's
guys.
about to get the tasty pre-roll.
oh,
And man,
oh. Paul
Hey,
Borges.
shout out to one of our main guys over at Doja. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Paul, I hope you're a dabber.
Right in the
Enjoy.
right.
He-
Yeah, he
Oh yeah,
is.
you got the bag, man.
Bud
He's in
tender. A bud
he's a bud
tender.
tender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of our guys that
Yeah.
we always when we go in there, he's always there working hard. So
Getting
that's
us right.
Hell
that's
yeah,
a good
Paul.
one for him.
Good
I know
shit,
it
man.
is.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Slap that
give
shit.
us some
We
feedback.
gonna slap that shit.
Yes.
Give us
Make
some
sure you
feedback
hit him
on
up.
that,
Tell
Paul.
him.
We'll definitely take it.
Until next time, y'all. 2 Kicks 9.
2 kicks.